Hey, this is Joe at Ultimate Survival Tips, and we're here with Dan, the founder of Battle Horse Knives, and I'm going to ask Dan to show us some of the new products that he has out here for us.
If you want to be notified when I post new Ultimate Survival Tips videos, make sure you're subscribed and click the little bell icon below the video on your computer or mobile app. That way you won't miss out on any new Ultimate Survival Tips videos.
This is a lot of fun for us to come down here at the Blade Show. This is one of our new models. It's called the Salt Fork. It has a spear tip on it. It has a high Scandi grind on it, so it's very good for wood cutting. I mean, this thing will cut wood like crazy. This one, very good for bushcrafting because of the point. So you've got a pretty good spear point there that allows you to drill a hole or to do some things like that into a piece of wood, to do maybe a bow drill, fire or something. The razor sharp zero grind edge is something that's very well for doing feather sticking, doing chores like that. If you're doing 90-degree cuts and making traps and triggers and things like that, this is probably the grind that you'd want to use. So we try to do some things that are a little more custom to if somebody doesn't want to just carry the workhorse part of their knife. They want it to look a little pretty cool too. So I like to make a bushcraft knife that's a little smaller in the back, a little fatter in the front. That helps if you are pushing a little bit. That helps to retain the knife in your hand and not want to slip out as you're pushing forward. So the design is very important to do that. So you get a good round back end, so if you're doing work in the wood and you're twisting the knife, it doesn't bother your hand. You won't get any sharp things digging in your hand causing a hot spot. It's got black liners in it, but those could be orange liners. You can make it as personal as you want to make it. We can do this in the standard colors everybody does, like the black micarta, green micarta, and the natural micarta. Then beyond that, we put liners on, get into the G10s. You can even do bolsters in the front, so you can two-tone this thing way out. I mean, there's so many things you can do to trick it out, and a lot of people do. So we're very good at that. We've been doing that for years, customizing pieces. I'd like to show you this. This is one of my go-to knives. This is a Frontier First, but I like to carry something like this if I'm in the woods or around a campfire, just to have a little neck knife in your hands. Because I would take this out when I want to do just a little chore. Maybe I'm cutting an apple, maybe I'm cutting a piece of twine. I like to have something really accessible without having to dig around in a pack or get into your hip knife. A lot of times those knives are too big. I can trim my fingernails. I can fiddle around with this and do all the little chores I want to do, make a spoon, whatever. And it's very handy for doing that or starting a fire. And then just put it back into the knife sheath itself, and good to go. That's a
leather sheath right there too.
It is, yeah. It's an inverted neck sheath. So that's pretty good.
Very nice.
One of the knives that I started the whole project with making knives, first off, would be the Frontier Valley. This knife I used as a deer hunting knife. I didn't have a Scandi ground knife when I used it as a deer hunting knife, but I found out that this is a very good woodcraft or bushcraft tool. I like to have a knife if I'm gutting an animal or something where my finger's at the end of it. So now it makes it very safe. I know even talking to you where the end of that knife is. So that's important for me. Using it upside down like this, I can gut an animal. What I learned from a friend of mine up in Canada was he uses a Scandinavian ground knife for dressing out a bear. I never thought of using one of those with that grind for dressing out a bear, but when he showed me the video of him sticking that in the wrist of the bear and following the bone, that Scandi knife just peeled that skin, laid it right out, and he just walked it up there like a zipper. So I learned something new about my own knives every time I listen to how people use them, which helps me when I design a knife too. So,
all right, so when I first walked up here, you had 2 survival tips. You want to share those 2 survival tips with us?
Yeah, there's 2 things that you only need to remember in this world that you've heard it from me. Is women are trouble. That's the first one. The second one is men are stupid. And you can figure out everything that ever happened on this planet from Adam and Eve to the modern day with those 2 things. Women are trouble and men are stupid.
Those are good tips. All right, so if folks wanted to get these knives and check out some more, where would they go?
You go to www.battlehorseknives.com, and then we can custom make you something, or you can buy it right off the rack.
Dan, thanks so much, man.
No problem.
Take care.
Anytime.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. So if you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe below and fly over to our website for a boatload of free resources on survival, bushcraft, bugging out, and prepping. Plus, I've queued up 2 more videos over to the side that I think you'll like, and for links to the gear shown in this video, see the video description on YouTube. Okay, that's it. Have a great day.